You know one of the things I noticed? You look nicer today than you look like in CCD. I was kind of really noticing that. I mean, you really look nice in CCD too, don't get me wrong, but you even look nicer today. Well, one thing you know for sure, don't you? That, I'm going to ask questions. You know that, don't you? And actually, I'm going to ask you a hard question. Now, I'm sorry. Now, the reason I'm going to ask you a hard question is because when I come into class and I ask easy questions, you get them. Well, that's still fun for me. So I'm going to ask you a hard question. Ready? All right. It's not going to sound hard, but it's hard. All right? You ready? What is the word? This is hard. What does the word trust mean? If your hands up that quick, you're probably wrong. Okay. Yeah, but you can't define a word by using the word. What does the word trust mean? To obey somebody. All right, why do you obey them? It means more than obey. Very, very, very good. To trust somebody means to obey them because you believe they're right. Very, very good. I don't know that the dictionary would give you a much better definition than that. To trust somebody means to obey them because you believe they're right. All right, I'll even give you a simple little example. Okay, how many of you play sports? All right. Well, let me since I never played soccer, let me try t-ball. Oh, come on, say what kind of world is this? The United States? Okay. All right. Okay. Did any of your coaches ever try to teach you to do something a different way? Yeah. Okay. Do you try to do it their way? Why? And because you trust them. Because you trust them. In other words, if that's your coach, and your coach says, try it this way, you're going to try it that way because you trust him, right? Very good, okay? And same thing with your teacher, maybe a teacher in school, all right? Maybe your teacher will give you a big addition problem like that. They do still add and subtract. Not everything is calculators, I hope. Anyway, you know what adding is? Okay, all right. And maybe you'll say, ooh, I can't do that. They'll say, trust me. Just try it. And then sure enough, you try it and you get it. All right? So you know what trust is. All right. The reason that's important today is because Jesus is asking you to trust him. Jesus is asking you to trust him. Jesus is saying to me, me too. Jesus is saying to you, eat my body and drink my blood, and I will build up my life in you. You trust him? Good. Oh, that's great. Great. End of discussion. Well, maybe not. Maybe not quite that easy, okay? How many of you want to go to Holy Communion today? That is wonderful. That is wonderful. But I have some very sad news for you. Very sad news. Not about you all, but other children in other parishes. All right? That tomorrow, when your parents say, okay, it's time to go to church. Go to church again? Now, not you all. I say in other churches. Okay? In other churches. All right? In other churches, that will happen. I just went to church yesterday. That's what some of the kids in the other churches will say. But you won't because you trust Jesus. And Jesus says, this is my body, this is my blood. You trust him. All right? Jesus says, eat my body and drink my blood and I will be with you. Do you trust him? Then obviously tomorrow when your parents say it's time to go to church, you're going to say, boy, I get to receive Jesus in Holy Communion, and he will become closer to me, and I will get closer to him. Isn't that great? Isn't that great?